Shalom, 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 Israel. This is Yermiyah, yoshshaalia, Benyahrael, coming to you live. Today I just want to talk about real briefly about the situation with the nation of Israel, how a lot of the parents out here are going through rough times with their children, those who are in this truth, and some parents are more lenient than others when it comes to this truth. Some parents believe that their children need to come into this truth and not force this truth on them. So we're going to discuss the difference of what we as human beings think compared to what the Most High and the Scripture says about raising your children. I'm not going to go into the scriptures, but what I will do is just make reference to certain scriptures, or scriptures that is familiar to you, such as raise up your child in the way he should go, and I will instruct his path. In this day that we're living in, most of our actors, actresses, musicians are nothing but a minstrel show. And our children watch and are entertained by those who have sold their soul. Maybe not at first, but eventually had to succumb to the desire of the Zionist movement. Our children watch nothing but minstrel shows of our people. All we do on TV and in movies is sell drugs, talk jive talk, dance, sing, and perform like a bunch of clowns. To the point where our children have grown up believing that this is a way of life for our people, that we are naturally buffoons. And this is not so. We come from Father Abraham, who was well respected by all the other nations around him. We come from Father Isaac, who was well respected by all the other nations around him. Father Jacob, Jacob, who was well respected by all the nations around him. To come to this point now where we're not respected. On TV, our women are portrayed as whores, smuts, tricks, prostitutes, loudmouth, overbearing, man-eaters, to the point where this image has been promoted throughout the whole world, where other nationalities, Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, only a small portion of Europeans really will marry one of our women, because the image that has been portrayed about our women, no other nationality wants to marry them. They see what has happened to the black man, the so-called black man, the Hebrew man, by his woman. They don't want them. That's why you see more of other women of other nationalities, they will marry a black man faster than you'll find a man from another nationality marrying a black woman. Now the white man, he will marry our women, but you don't find no other ethnic groups really going out their way to marry our women, because they realize that what's been used. And this image is promoted on TV. You can watch any show and you'll find a loudmouth, overbearing black woman on there. This is what you will find. And majority of our shows that you see on TV are comedies. 90% or 99.9% of the shows that you see on TV of our people are comedies. We don't do nothing other than comedies. Everybody think that it's okay for Tyler Perry to be Medea. The scripture says that a man should not wear what pertains to a woman, and a woman should not wear what pertains to a man. So he's way out of order. And then he has an order to speak scriptures in his plays. And we have accepted this role, and our children have accepted this role, that it's okay. Because they don't know the scriptures, because they're not being raised up in the way they should go. They are being raised up in the way they should go, they're being raised up in a way that this world is going. And this world is going to hell. Homosexuality is so rampant amongst our children that it's normal to them. When I was coming up, homosexuality was something that was always in the closet. And if someone was found out to be gay, they were looked and frowned upon. They wouldn't dare come out the closet. Now you can find little girls out here bumping and grinding with each other out in the open with no shame, because they don't understand that what they are doing is an abomination. They have no understanding that it's abomination, because it's promoted so much through the music and promoted so much through TV that from the time they were little kids, it's the images that they saw, because they're mothers. And the reason why I say mothers, because 90% of the children of our people, of the children of Israel, the nation of Israel, 90% of these children have been raised by single mothers. So while single mothers are working, holding down a 9 to 5, when they come home, they go straight to their bedrooms and lay down because they're tired. Children been in the house all day long, watching anything they want to watch, being groomed and being indoctrinated with subliminal messages straight from hell, straight from Satan himself. I shouldn't say hell because Satan is not in hell, but straight from Satan himself and his demonic angels that fell with him, that was kicked out of heaven. They promote through the children of disobedience, the children that he has chosen to run his campaign of wickedness, which is the Zionist movement, a majority of the other nations out here. And I say majority because if you go through these other nations, they worship false idols. Therefore, they're worshiping Satan, Ha-Satan. Our children are indoctrinated so much that when you come to them with this truth, they rebel. And they don't realize that they're living in darkness. They don't realize that everything that's about them is darkness, which is a Ha-Satan. They don't realize it because they've been groomed that way. That their mind actually is operating backwards. To what we say is good, to them is evil. And what they say is good, to us we know is evil. So their good is evil, and our good is evil to them. They don't see nothing wrong with Nicki Minaj and the way that she dressed, the way that she talks, the music. They don't see nothing wrong with any of the entertainers that's out there and the demonic things they're into, because this is what they promote and this is what the children follow after. We don't have a strong community of real heroes and leaders, spiritual leaders and guiding us, until the time when the Most High have sent his judges back, sent his men and prophets back. But before then, you had different groups rise up. And these groups rose up. And these groups were taken down by the government, because these groups did not have the spirit of the Most High. Now, Israel is rising up and has risen, and we are dealing with the Ruach HaKodesh. And the Ruach is teaching us to teach our children the correct way. And our children are rebellion. So now there is a divide or division inside the home, where the children does what they want to do according to the world that they live in, which is of Ha-Satan. And the parents who are coming into the truth or have come into the truth are living after the truth according to the world that they know really exists, the spiritual world that is designed by the Most High. Yeah. So now you have to battle with inside your home with your own children. Thus say the scriptures that a man's foe will be the members of his own household. Also, it says that a prophet is not wanted in his own town, in his own community. He's rejected. So inside your own home, you will be rejected by the members that's inside the home because they have been engulfed and indoctrinated with wickedness. They don't even understand that the lives they live are full of darkness, to the point where they don't walk in light. They walk in darkness. They live in darkness. They wake up in darkness. They go to sleep in darkness, because that's all that's around them. They don't even want to go to the light because the light is too bright for them, not realizing that the light is so bright that it exposes everything that's in the dark. And those who do not want to be exposed do not dwell in the light. They dwell in darkness. And a lot of parents have a lot of trouble with their children because they allow their children to be so deeply indoctrinated with society's ways of life that is a battle now. So for all you Akis and Akodis who are built up in the spirit, that are prayer warriors, pray for your Akis and Akodis who are dealing with these things with their children, trying to save their children. And as I always do, is I always go to the Most High and ask Him, let it be your will. As for my own children, I walked away from my children because they choose darkness instead of light. I don't care if they came from my body. I don't care if they're my children. I care about what the Most High say. He said that anyone who loves mother, father, sister, or brother, or son or daughter more than me cannot be my disciple. My children will not be able to justify anything that I do. My children will not be able to stand for me and my place on Judgment Day. My children will not be worried about me on Judgment Day. They will be worried about their own souls. They will care less about me. So I'm not going to give my energy to children that are disobedient. And Satan has them. I will pray that the Most High do His will with them. My will for them is whatever the Most High will is for them, because they belong to Him. He gives them to me, and if I didn't do the correct job with them, that blood is on my hand. So with my children, I have given them the truth. I searched out one of my sons that I had never seen before and met him when he was 16 years old. And just for the sole purpose of giving him this truth. Stayed 2 years with him, giving him this truth, so that he can know this truth and understand this truth. And right now he's sitting inside of a jail cell. Yes, I will get in contact with him and write him. I will write him the word. But far as allowing him to come into my life and do the things that he do around his mother, that his mother allows him to do, no. La'ah. La'ah. Lie. As the Muslims say, lie. As the Hebrews say, la'ah. No, I will not let him do that. Because if he lives with me, he has to follow Torah. He has to follow Shabbat. My house must be a house of shalom, meaning of peace. As for me and my household, we will follow the Most High. We will follow the Master. Because everything that we see going on out here, with the Trayvon Martin case, with the 7-year-old child being shot in the face, with everything that has happened all around the world, with the earthquakes, the volcanoes, the grounds opening up, the big old holes opening up in Louisiana and Kansas City that is not being put in the news, all these things that are happening with the nuclear power plant blowing up over there in Japan, all that stuff in the water now, with all these things happening on this earth, we know that this was prophesied 2,000 years ago. So those of us whose eyes are open can see exactly what's going on. We will not allow, not even our children, to bring us to hell. because they don't understand, and nor do they want to understand. We will make them even make a choice. If you want to live with us, you have to follow these rules. Or go out there in the world and let the white man beat you to death, kill you, and be indoctrinated with all this foolishness, and let yourself be destroyed by this world, and then still go to hell. If that's your choice, that's your choice. Is that a choice of a parent? No. A parent wants the best for their children. But if their children don't want it for themselves, there's nothing you can do but give them over to the Most High. And whatever his decision is his decision, because they belong to him first. So for you parents who are going through this with your children, pray for the deliverance of your child, and pray that the Most High will is done with your child. And leave it right there. Don't go no extra further miles. Leave it right there. Do not condone bad behavior. Do not reward bad behavior. A lot of parents want to buy their children off, and their children doesn't do anything that is even remotely close to respecting their parents. These children go outside your home, and they represent you and your household. So whenever they do something, they embarrass you. That shows you how much love they have for their parents. That they don't care that they embarrass you. That this is embarrassment on you. Whenever they do anything that causes any turbulence in your home, it is because they're selfish. And they're not thinking about the one who keeps a roof over their head and food in their stomach and clothes on their body. They do not do this for themselves. And when they get children, their children will do 100 more times than what they did to their parents. Not understanding that. Because those of us who are parents know the things that we did when we was children, we get it back through our children. And it grows more with every generation. When I get back from what I did, I get through my children. What my children will do, my children will get back. So it's going to increase until somebody breaks this mold. Somebody stops these generational curses. So when you start praying for your children, you're not really praying for them, you're praying for your grandchildren, the next generation from your children, that maybe they won't be like your child, because your child eventually going to have a child somewhere down the line. You have been listening to Yermiyah, yoshshaalia, Benyahrael, and this is food for thought. Understand your enemy is those of the other nations who hate you with a passion, Israel. Your children is being indoctrinated with a whole lot of foolishness, which is designed to keep them the way that they are, so they can lock them up, so they can exploit them, so they can kill them. And your children don't realize the things that they're doing is helping their nation to die. Because if they die off from diseases, which they will catch for their promiscuous ways, they will catch because the Most High is going to curse them, then they're not going to be able to bring in any more children. That's why the scripture says in the last days of time, 7, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 women will take hold of one man. Because it's going to be a shortage of men, as it is now. We have a lot of these young men out here who are into thug homosexuality, homo thugs. A lot of our young women are into it as well. These children will not give birth to children. Therefore, our generation will not grow. This is a design, and they don't know that. So we must teach them the truth. But if they choose to go that way, you must separate yourself from them. Separate yourself from darkness. I don't care if it's a child or not. If your child don't want to do right, you put that child out. That child think they know what's going on. They know the world. They're going to tell you how to run your household. They're going to tell you how they want to do what they want to do. And you're supposed to just put up with it. You put that child out your house, because if you don't, the other children will suffer. And you and your household will suffer, because the Most High will not bless your household. He will curse your household. He said, raise up your children in the way they should go. Whatever way you raise your child is the direct direction they're going to go in. Raise up your children. So if you want your child to be a good child, raise them up that way. If you want your child to be a bad child, neglect them. Let them be raised up by TV. Let them be raised up by school and see what you get. These people are killing our people left and right out here. Shooting them down in the streets and getting away with it. Justified homicides when it comes to our people. There's no nation on this earth that get murdered like we do. And it's justified. We need strong men, strong young men to fight this war, to preach this truth. We need young women to stop walking around looking like little whores with their clothes halfway off their body thinking it's cute because they try to pull in some guy, not knowing that most of these young boys are faggots and got the spirit of homosexuality in them. You're not going to be able to keep this man. And all you can give to a man is what you have on the outside, your physical. You ain't giving this man anything. Get a man by your brain and your intellect and by the true nature of your spirit, which should be a humble and meek woman, intelligent. If a man see everything that he can see from you, then he's not getting no surprise. So you need to be covered up so that he knows the day he sleep with you on your marriage day that he's getting something that he's never seen before. He's going to be anticipating something special. There's nothing special when I can see a woman and see everything about her, all her attributes. I can see every curve of her. There's nothing special about it because when she take her clothes off, I already know what she look like because I can see it through the clothes. That's how the clothes are designed to fit your body so I can see your shape. That's how I made pick and choose what females they go after because we can see. But give us something to imagine. Give us something to anticipate on the day of our marriage day. But that's not what these young women are being taught. Same thing with these young men. These young men out here walk around half naked themselves. So other young men can lust on them. So older men can lust on them. This all is about. So we live in this type of world. We have to train our children the way they should go. If they do not go in that path, we put them off, we cut them off, and we keep on moving. Because our children are dying out here. And we need real men and real women, young men and young women standing up for this truth. We have been listening to Yermiyah, yoshshaalia, Benyahrael. And this is real talk. Shalom.